Laura, I set Mr. Schutzauer up there, Schutzau, and I wasn't done with that file yet. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't set them in there and then they get walked out. Anyway, you're Pedro Daniel Guzman.
Yes, sir.
You got a ticket for operating without a valid license on June 4th. You got another one of these back in 2020 and you never paid the fine. All right. I wasn't. I shouldn't have put them up there. Prosecutor. Oh, I continued it for a pretrial, but the prosecutor dismissed it.
Yeah, Judge said he's going to dismiss it. He's got his permit now.
Okay. Mr. Schultz, we're trying to determine whether he drove here or not. All right, Mr. Guzman, even though you have a previous no ops that you didn't pay the ticket on, they've agreed to dismiss this for a plea to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That is punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Doesn't carry any points and it doesn't go on your driving record. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You heard me go through the advice of rights. You understand you're giving those rights up by entering this plea?
Yeah.
Find your case. Where were you going?
Going home from work that day.
Where do you work?
Jayco RV in Middlebury.
All right, let's take a look. 2020. You had a temporary permit with no licensed adult in the car back in 2020. Judge Pattison, charged with violation of a restricted license, gave you a fine with a payment plan. Then you stopped making payments. You made one payment. They sent you a letter back then saying, hey, you need to finish paying this. You owe $105 and then maybe some interest got entered. So how about if I just put you in jail and wipe out that fine? Would you rather pay the fine
Yes, Your Honor.
than blow it off? And here 5 years later, you're still driving around on a valid license. Let's see what your status is now.
He does have a valid license now and insurance, right?
All right, very good. All right. We got over that hump. Your status at that time was expired. You failed to display a valid license, no ops in possession in 24. Apparently paid that one. So maybe you just didn't realize this other one had been not paid. All right. Do you have any money with you today?
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
Can you pay that old fine today?
Yes.
I'll give you time to pay the new one. And they'll pay the old fine today. Good. And you'll be all squared away and you got a valid license. That'll be good. We'll be all squared away. 26, 20280 OT today. All right. You heard that kid who had 6 of these. He's got so much baggage on there, he's never going to be able to get his license for quite a while. You've overcome it and you got a license. Now you don't have to come in here and see me anymore. This one isn't going to go on your driving record. It's a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum. That's $200. Can you pay that by August 8th?
Yes, sir, I can pay it all today.
All right. Oh, that'll be good. We'll pay all today. All right, good. Are you missing work right now? Or you guys shut down for the 4th of July?
No, I'm shut down till next week as well.
Oh, that's good. All right, pay this fine, pay the old fine. You're clear, squared away, you got a valid license. I won't need to see you anymore, and you won't need to come in here. All right, courthouse will take you out there. And good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Matthew Lackey. This is file number 25214 ST. The charge is driving suspended first offense. They indicate you're going to plead to driving suspended first offense, and the prosecutor is recommending time served for the time you served when you got picked up for failing to appear.
Yes, Your Honor.
Driving suspended is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500, excuse me. Carries 2 points and it requires that your license be suspended.
Okay.
You've got issues out of state, Florida and some
Yeah,
other
yeah.
places.
Yes, sir.
Let me see how much time you spent in jail here. You didn't show up for arraignment in February. You didn't show up in March. We reset it. You didn't show up again in March. Issued a warrant. You got arrested on June 26th.
It was released
Pled
yesterday.
not guilty and bonded on the 27th.
No, I bonded yesterday, sir.
Oh, yesterday?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so June 26th is 4 days in June and 2 days, be 6 days jail. Other than that, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this?
No, I offered, it's hard to fight a driving when I was driving, so.
Yes. Did you post bond,
Yes, I did.
$300?
Yes, sir.
Of cash money or through a
Cash
bonding?
money, cash
All right,
money.
very good. All right, sir. You heard me go through the advice of rights. You understand you're giving all those up?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you to get you to plead to this
No, sir.
or promise you anything?
No, sir.
Where were you going?
When I pulled over, I was coming back from the grocery store.
You live in Three Rivers now?
I stay with a girl up here. I live in Florida. I mean, Florida is my home. I've been there since 2001, but I've been staying up here for the last 6 to 8 months now.
All right.
Time to go.
We got a Michigan State trooper named Matt Lackey. Every time
Yes,
you
sir.
get arrested, they
No, it's not who arrested me. No, but I've heard that before.
are more 6 days credit, 6 days. $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. You're gonna get some money back.
So it's good. Thank you, sir.
So you got suspended somewhere back in the past in Florida?
Yeah, it's from a DUI from 2014, and I had a 2-year interlock. They were giving out 1 year, but I thought I wanted to stay. I am still sober, but I want to stay sober, so I asked for a 2 year. My truck broke down, and the interlock with a broken truck, you can't have an interlock. So I
Yeah,
got
I've had
suspended.
people in my sobriety court that have lost the interlock because of that.
Yeah, so that's what it's.
Who do you
based on.
live with over in the trailer park?
I'd rather not say, Your
All
Honor.
right.
Yeah, I think you know her.
I probably do. All right, well, tell her to drive you around.
She is. She's out in the parking lot right now.
All right, tell her I said hello.
I will.
I will tell the magistrate to take you out and the clerks will give you some of your bond money back. All right, Mr. Schutzau did not drive. He was upfront about it. You're good to go,
All
sir.
right, thank you, sir.
Oh, I gotta finish the sentence, so come on back up. Hey, I don't know why they gave you such a good deal, but you got one, so $100 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. $225. Due April or August 8th. All right. Good for you. Thank you to Deputy Kindig and Deputy Tyler for checking that out for me. You're good to go, sir.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about that. This session had a little bit of everything: old unpaid fines, multiple suspended licenses, and a healthy dose of Judge Middleton's patient pragmatism. First up was Mr. Guzman, who was facing a charge for driving without a valid license, something he'd also been ticketed for back in 2020. The judge took the time to piece together the timeline, how the earlier ticket led to a fine that never got fully paid, how that had snowballed into a lingering problem, and how Mr. Guzman had, at least this time, managed to get himself legal before the hearing. Even with all that history, the judge didn't come down hard. Instead, he offered a pretty fair resolution: dismiss the new ticket in exchange for a plea to a lesser infraction that carries no points and doesn't go on the driving record. Mr. Guzman was soft-spoken and cooperative, and you could tell he genuinely wanted to get this cleared up. He even committed to paying the old fine that day, which the judge clearly appreciated. You could see Judge Middleton's relief when he said, "You don't have to come in here and see me anymore," a gentle nudge to keep things on track now, that the licensed issue was finally resolved. Next came Mr. Lucky, who was up on a driving while suspended charge. His story had more layers: missed court dates, a warrant, time in jail, and license troubles that stretched all the way back to a Florida DUI. Despite all that, Mr. Lucky was honest and composed. He openly admitted he'd been trying to stay sober since 2014, explaining how an interlock device became unworkable after his truck broke down. There was a hint of shared understanding when Judge Middleton noted he'd seen others in sobriety court lose their interlocks for similar reasons. Even though the judge had to impose the mandatory fines and recognize the 6 days of jail credit, there was no sense of condemnation, more of a resigned acknowledgement that sometimes the legal fallout from past mistakes takes years to fully untangle. The tone throughout was calm and professional, with the judge keeping things moving but also taking time to double-check facts, confirm that everyone understood the consequences, and even wish them well. In the end, both defendants left knowing exactly what was expected of them: Mr. Guzman with a clean slate if he paid up, and Mr. Lucky with the possibility of getting some of his bond money returned. These kinds of hearings may look routine, but they're where you see how the court balances accountability with a bit of grace. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.